What I haven't really told you is why I was so interested in it. I mean, today I I guess I'm a successful author. I've seen 8 of my books published, and many of them have done quite well. I've got 5 kids who are homeschooled. 3 of them collectively have written 8 books, written and published 8 books collectively. The 2 that haven't written 8 books, curiously, both had their essays used as models for other classes in college. That's today. It wasn't always that way. Growing up, it was very frustrating to be in a family kind of writers. I mean, on one level, my brother was the kind of the school guru writer in high school. He's 4 years older. Dad was a lawyer, an excellent writer, wrote a lot of short stories, was the editor of his college uh, paper. My uncle was a speechwriter for Werner von Braun, famous rocket scientist. But beyond that, he wrote a 4 volume set on the President of the Confederacy when he was a graduate student at the University of Alabama. And beyond that was paid and did publish novels and was in the middle of writing one that he had been paid to write when he died tragically in a car wreck. So I grew up around that and kind of my heritage and my interest to be a writer, and yet I couldn't make sense of it. Writing made no sense. Grammar made no sense. My first real painful hint that I had an issue was when I flunked my college entrance exam in the English section. Did great in the others, but college English, I could not figure it out. I didn't get punctuation. I didn't get grammar. I didn't get how you get to put these words together to make sense. I did everything I knew to do. I read grammar books in high school. Who's reading grammar books? I'm reading writing books. I'm taking courses when I can take them on writing. Uh, I even go so far as to graduate from the University of Alabama with a degree in English literature and a minor in fiction writing. And even then, when I wrote, it was clunky, frustrated, not sure where the punctuation exactly should go, incredibly painful, making myself sit down and squeeze out some pages, all the while loving to write and not being able to really pull it off. That all changed basically the day that I discovered that writing is an instinct. And that instinct means it's an inside out game. Once I began to appreciate that we're already hardwired for writing, just like your child, they already know how grammar and punctuation works because they can talk to you. When you understand that, it's a different game in play. You know, honestly, we never even had a grammar book until the late 1700s. How'd those people write before then? Like, I don't know, Shakespeare and the King James Bible. Look, what you have the opportunity to get, and if it doesn't work, you get your money back, is these insights. There are many more. There are, in fact, 12 principles that over time I discovered that releases the fear that's up here and the confusion in grammar and punctuation, and how to tap in the most important thing into your own voice. Your child, you, uh, your friends, everybody has a unique voice. Just in how they sound, they have a unique writing voice. And when you start to understand these principles that I share and teach in this course, it turns into the ability for a person to write whenever they want to, as much as they want to write, with fine grammar and punctuation, and in the special voice that God gave them. One of my favorite notes I got a couple of days ago was from a mom who, young son in this case, I think a 9-year old, and this course works great onto adults, but This 9-year-old was a reluctant writer, and that's what we claim to cure. We cure these critters, tears and frustration. And she described it on like the third or fourth lesson of the course. Her son got up. This is a son that was frustrated, cried, resisted. He got up one morning and he said, Mom, writing is now my favorite course. I'm going to tell you, that kid gets to skip what I went through. And there is nothing quite so satisfying is knowing that kind of the trek you went on is worked together in a way that benefits somebody else. So, if you have the writing course, be encouraged. If you don't, really, what are you waiting for? You have this opportunity just ahead to see your child's voice and energy and life come alive in this area if it's an area of struggle. Thanks.